The purpose of meditation in so many ways is to become the silent observer of your thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and anything else that might exist within the content of your consciousness. This is how I always open when I speak about meditation. Become the silent observer of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. There are, of course, many other different elements to meditation. For me, it is also a very expansive practice in terms of connecting with your spirit guides, of connecting with your inner guidance, of connecting with the power of spirit, if that's what you want to call it. But really, fundamentally, beneath everything else, it is to strengthen the ability to sit in meditation. You can do it walking, you can also do it whatever other way you would like to do it. But really, beneath it all, it's to be able to just take that step back and without needing to fix, without needing to judge, without needing to add any meanings, any narratives to the content of your consciousness, and just observe, just witness. And through strengthening that ability to just witness and to focus and to observe, that will hopefully ripple into the rest of your life because you have strengthened that and practiced that inner practice in meditation. And so whenever you receive bad news, an angry email, you see something that you find upsetting, because you are able to observe the experience, you'll be able to witness the experience without getting drawn into that maelstrom of energy. Instead of reacting, you become better at responding, of taking time, of being considerate and thoughtful about how you would like to respond to a situation. It doesn't mean that it always works. I have found myself being drawn into a situation and reacted much quicker than I should have. But I do feel that because of my practice of meditation, much more often I am able to respond rather than react. Because I think that that's so much of why we get into trouble, right? So much of the reason why we get anxious, worried, fearful is because we lose sight of the present moment, and we certainly are not the silent observer, the witness of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without adding meaning, purpose, or trying to fix. There is, of course, usefulness in labeling your thoughts and feelings, and through labeling you create understanding, and through understanding you grow, and through growth you're able to release and let go. I don't think that these two practices are mutually exclusive. I think they can happen at the same time, just in different settings, right? There is a more, let's say, coachy, therapeutic moment where we label and we understand and we are curious about the origins of whatever that thought, feeling, or bodily sensation is. Whilst we practice at least certain types of meditation, it's much more about observing. And I think that both of those two things are useful. So my encouragement with this video is to practice becoming the silent observer of your thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations without adding meaning, without adding narratives, without judging, without needing to fix. And if you do that consistently, I think you will notice that your mind expands, your mind opens, your mind will become more compassionate, caring, and loving. And you also understand that everybody else everybody else also has this content going on. And you can see on people that they are lost in thought, they are lost in feeling, they are lost in the experience without having clarity. And I think, again, that's what becoming that silent observer does, is that it creates more clarity, it creates more freedom, And through that freedom, you will have a life where you are able to deal with setbacks much more easily, with much more grace. It doesn't mean that setbacks won't happen, but you can certainly deal with it a lot better. And it is a practice of meditation. It is a practice of connecting with your breath, connecting with your body, connecting with that divine inner guidance that is within all of us. And through connecting with all of that, you become a stronger person. And inner strength of will is something that we certainly need in this moment to be able to navigate everything that's happening around the world. If you want to try out meditation with me, you can figure out how to work with me by looking at the description in this video. If you found it useful, hit that like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for listening.